The council chamber hummed with the nervous energy of a dozen species, each maintaining their careful distance from the human delegation. Aubriella stood at the center of the crystalline platform, her posture relaxed despite the weight of countless alien eyes upon her. The air recyclers worked overtime, struggling to accommodate the various atmospheric preferences of the assembled representatives. Deshawn watched from the observation deck above, his arms crossed as he monitored the proceedings. This was Aubriella's show, but he'd learned long ago that humans worked best in pairs, one face forward, one watching the flanks. Old instincts died hard. The Quilathi ambassador, a being resembling a mantis draped in robes of bioluminescent silk, clicked its mandibles in what the translator rendered as concern. Human Aubriella, we must address the incident. On station Kepler 442, Aubriella's expression didn't change. I'm listening. Your vessel responded to our distress beacon. Pirates had breached our cargo hauler. The Quilathi's antennae quivered. We expected you to bring warriors, protectors, your species' famed predators. A pause, heavy with confusion. You arrived alone. Not alone, Aubriella corrected gently. Deshawn was monitoring from the ship. The Vrexian delegate, a crystalline being that communicated through harmonic resonance, chimed in. That is precisely our confusion. 2 humans against 17 Krath raiders? Where were your defenders? Your soldier caste? Surely your kind has specialized combat forms? Aubriella tilted her head slightly, a gesture that made several delegates shift uncomfortably. They'd learned that when humans did that, they were processing something they found amusing or bizarre. We don't have castes. Not like you're thinking. Impossible, the Quilathi insisted. We have studied Earth's ecology. Your world is a death world class 9 on the habitability index. Only species with sophisticated predator-prey relationships survive such environments. You must have evolved specialized hunters to protect the others. From the observation deck, Deshawn allowed himself a small smile. He'd had this conversation before. Hell, every human who'd ventured into council space had experienced some version of it. The galaxy simply couldn't wrap its collective heads around what humans actually were. Aubriella spread her hands, a gesture of openness. Can I ask you something? When you look at me, what do you see? The delegates exchanged glances, those that had eyes anyway. The Quilathi spoke first. We see a human, smaller than your companion above, limited musculature, no natural weapons, no defensive plating or venom glands. You are clearly one of your prey caste, yes? The ones that your predators protect. Ah, Aubriella's smile was sharp enough to cut. That's the misunderstanding. Let me tell you what happened on Kepler 442, and maybe you'll begin to understand. She began to pace, her boots clicking softly on the crystal floor. When we received your distress call, we were 3 hours out. Deshawn ran the scans while I prepped. 17 Krath raiders, big ones, military-grade augmentations, armed with plasma cutters and slug throwers. They'd already killed 4 of your crew. The Quilathi's bioluminescence flickered with distress at the memory. The Krath expected resistance, Aubriella continued. They'd fortified the cargo bay, set up kill zones, prepared for a siege. What they didn't expect was for me to decompress sections 7 through 12, vent their cover into space, and come through the maintenance ducts. Barbaric, whispered the Hyerian representative, a floating gas bag creature that pulsed with agitation. Effective, Deshawn called down, unable to resist. Tell them about the gravity, Bree. Aubriella nodded. The Krath are from a 0.8G world, strong by their standards, but I grew up at 1 full Earth gravity. Every step they took, I was faster. Every weapon they swung, I was quicker. And when they realized I was hunting them through their own stronghold, she paused. They panicked, but you had no weapons. The Quilathi protested. Our security footage showed I had to hands a cargo bay full of tools, and for billion years of evolution that optimized my ancestors for persistent predation. Aubriella's voice was calm, almost gentle. Do you know what pursuit predation is? Silence fell across the chamber. On Earth, we weren't the biggest or the strongest. We couldn't outrun our prey in a sprint, but we could track them for days. We could follow their blood trails until they collapsed from exhaustion. We could throw projectiles with accuracy no other species on our planet could match. We could plan, coordinate, adapt. She looked around the room. And most importantly, we could switch. Prey to predator, predator to prey. Whatever the situation demanded, the Vrexian chimed uncertainly. You are saying, all humans are predators? We're saying all humans are survivors, Deshawn interjected, descending the stairs to join Aubriella. On a planet that spent millions of years trying to kill us, we're tool users, pack hunters, and endurance specialists all wrapped into one package. Aubriella gestured to herself, then to Deshawn. You look at us and see differences. Size, strength, build. You assume specialization. But we're both human. We can both hunt. We can both fight. We can both kill if we need to. Her expression softened. We can also heal, build, create, and protect. That's what makes us human, not that we have predators among us, but that we're all capable of being whatever the moment requires. The Quilathi antennae drooped. This is disturbing. It's reality, Aubriella replied. You asked where my predator was when I boarded that station. I answered honestly, it was me. It was also the scientist who analyzed the breach, the engineer who sealed the hull, the medic who treated your wounded. She smiled, and this time it was warm. We're all of it. That's what surviving Earth made us. Deshawn stepped beside her, and the two humans stood together, unremarkable and utterly terrifying in their ordinariness. Humanity doesn't have a warrior caste, Aubriella concluded, because every human is capable of war. We just prefer peace. She met each delegate's gaze in turn. But we're very, very good at both. The council chamber remained silent for a long moment before the Quilathi slowly dipped its head. In understanding and perhaps a touch of fear. In the galaxy's long history, they'd encountered many predators, but humans were something else entirely. Prey that chose to become predators. Predators that chose mercy, and above all, survivors who refused to be anything less than complete.